Techi Ado, Head of Communications, Abossey Okai Spare Parts Association. Now the 3-day ultimatum, it is in motion. Mr. Ado made us aware that starting yesterday, September 8th, all the way through up until September 10th, that's tomorrow, Wednesday, foreign traders are to gently pack up and comply with GIPC laws that prohibits foreigners from engaging in petty trade. He reiterated that the exercise is supposed to be peaceful and not a booga affair. Well, what is the update so far? We know that tensions have erupted as Abossey Okai dealers enforce retail trade law. What exactly does that law say? We'll be exploring that in some detail. 162's Don Ulo, Johnny Hughes back in the studio as we quickly chit-chat about this particular issue. I also asked yesterday, Mr. Ado, whether or not he believes that this is going to make our motherland an unfriendly terrain for foreigners who wish to come and engage in business. However, as we know, the law is the Law Council.
CJ has spoken. Who am I?
What other useful thing
have I to add?
Have you to add?
But you see, the GIPC law. And for a background, GIPC law is GIPC is the entity that regulates trade, foreign trade in the country. It is the body that ensures that the country is opened to investors and traders who are from outside and want to take up one side or the other of our market. And so even before you register a company, you have to end up with a GIPC so that the company would then tell you if there's a foreign interest in the business that you are setting up. There's some amount of money you pay as registration to recognize the foreign interest in your business. The other reason that happens is so that the market are segmented. Is not everybody gets into any part of the market. And the law is clear on that the retail market is reserved for locals. So, Helen, you want to sell pure water. You want to sell Fos. You want to sell
Dakwa.
That's Fos.
Dakwa, Okurikuri.
Yes, that one I know. Dakwa is which one?
It's a rounded. You know Dakwa.
Which one is Dakwa?
Helen, you know Dakwa.
But you know Kulikuli.
Which one is Kulikuli?
You don't know Kulikuli. You know Aglikaklo.
Helen.
You know Aglikaklo. Do you know Aglikaklo? Helen.
So you want to sell any of these items as an individual, as a Ghanaian individual?
Yes. Those ones are reserved for you.
For us.
You are not supposed to find a Chinese, for instance,
driving Uber
or Trotro
or Yango.
You're not supposed to find that.
Egyptian national that came and picked me up with an Uber and took me somewhere else because he wasn't familiar with the terrain. I should have asked some questions. He cannot do that.
That is not his job.
Well, it was his first day here.
That's not his job.
First day in Ghana.
I'm telling you.
And he was driving.
Because where he took me.
And you sat in the Uber.
No, because when we started,
you were comfortable.
I thought, this one fair gentleman, no problem. But where he started going, he took me. He took me somewhere.
He was all over the place.
He said, "I've just arrived from Egypt."
Are you sure?
I'm telling you,
he was in a higher taxi.
True story.
Story. Was this a taxi he was driving or the ride-hailing?
Ride-hailing.
And you were in the car?
I was there.
Maybe he's Ghanaian, you know.
No, he said, I just arrived.
I just arrived. Doesn't mean I have not been here before.
Please.
Is the accent for me? I just arrived. The whole story. The whole story.
So if you go to section 27 of the GIPC Act, it is clearly spelled out that the sale of goods, provision of services in the market. So I mentioned the circle. When you go to that circle on Cliff,
Okay.
you see various the Odona station there.
Yes.
It's a market. Then around the VIP station, that stretch is also a market. If you cross over into the Neo Plant side, they sell all sorts of things there.
Right.
And then the tiptoe lane, all of that area. Now, I believe the tiptoe lane is where the problem is. Abiam is very familiar with that side. They sell phone accessories and phones, and do they sell car parts there, Abiam? Okay.
You can't get car part there, but you can get charger, phone case, battery,
things that are
screens.
beyond related.
Okay. All right.
And they are not supposed to be Nigerians.
Yeah.
Or Togolese.
Or Sierra Leoneans. Or Liberians.
Or Liberians.
Oh, I see. Because yesterday when we spoke with Mr. Ado of the spare parts dealer, he said there is an association, Nigerian. I wrote it down.
But that is not their job.
He said there's a
The GIPC
Nigerian
law, it's not their job.
Nigerian Association of Traders. Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes.
but you see,
but they are also allowed to have their association.
Okay.
But what are they trading in?
All
And
right.
which part of the market are they?
because
Okay.
the law is clear on what is supposed to be for them and what is not supposed to be for them.
Okay.
Right? All these petty trading we're talking about, it doesn't fall within their domain.
Okay.
Right? When you take those petty trading from the people of the Republic of Ghana, you have actually robbed them of everything. Though that is the economy.
Right.
Do you understand? So how they get in
So
there?
imagine a Chinese selling watch to you.
Okay.
Why an Egyptian drove the lady around? She only realized that when the guy was moving left and right.
Right,
You understand?
just arrived.
You became alarmed.
Took me to the opposite side of where I was going.
Why he couldn't read the map.
He said, I just
I'm
arrived.
telling you.
I just
I
arrived.
just arrived.
So all of those things by design are supposed to be reserved for Ghanaians. But as to whether Ghanaians are also doing those things is a different level of the conversation.
All right.
If we don't want Ghanaians to do, or we want to open the market up, then we would have to revisit the market. So operation of taxi, in your case, is supposed to be reserved for Ghanaians.
All right.
Or salon, your hairdresser,
Yes.
is not supposed to be a foreigner.
Okay.
Or even those who clip their nails.
Which one?
The boys who walk around there doing
But
nail
those ones are
clipping.
not Ghanaian, so.
shoe shine. Yes, but
those
that
ones
is
are
not
not-
supposed to
yeah,
be
it's
for
not
them.
supposed-
Okay.
Shoe shine, shoemaker.
All of those services.
Yes, Ebronin Cartier.
I don't know.
They are not
so
supposed-
what do you call those people? The ones you sit down and put your leg on the stool,
and then they clip.
then
it.
they will do.
Yes, they are
So
not
all
supposed
of
to-
those.
Yes.
So
the law is very clear.
Barbering salon.
Barbering,
Okay.
shop,
Barbering,
and
I also
hairdressing,
see-
and seamstress, and dressmaking. All
of
those.
that.
Yes.
I see printing of recharge scratch cards, use
But
of
this one is
subscribers.
mostly-
Even Momo vendor.
Yes.
I see.
They are not supposed to do that.
Okay.
But they do it.
Oh, it's a lot. You've got production of exercise books,
Finish.
basic stationery, finished pharmaceutical products, production supply of retail sachet water,
Yes,
what we call pure.
Piata.
All aspects of pool
All
betting
of
business,
those, yeah.
lottery, except football pool. Okay. I see.
So
That's
you should,
exempt.
you
Abiam
should
will
be
not
a
be happy
Ghanaian.
with this. Super bet.
Okay. Interesting.
All of that should be reserved for Ghanaians.
Okay.
Or businesses that are wholly owned by Ghanaians. So
But
that
since
the
do you know-
market
do you-
is not.
Do you know that our people also front for some of these?
Oh yes, in fact that is the problem.
If you
now.
go to Circle,
That's the problem now.
There's an IT giant who said he wanted a laptop battery, and he went to Circle. There was a Ghanaian that came to him. Eventually, when he inquired further and went on, the shop belongs to a Nigerian, but there's a Ghanaian that's fronting. Our very own people front for them too. They front for them. So we are trying to protect you per the law, and you are going behind the law to do your own thing. How?
That is why Guta is in a fix.
Okay.
Because Guta knows that Nigerians don't just get into the market space, allocate a stall to themselves and start selling things.
Right.
They must
Or
have a
they
contact.
must have a contact. A Gambian will not just walk to tiptoe lane and start selling things. Because by the very structure of tip-tone lane, there are leadership structures there,
right,
that will pick out any foreigner who enters into the market and starts selling anyhow. If you like, Helen, if you like, just go there and go and stand by the road and start selling things. You will find somebody who will come and ask you, who are you?
Absolutely.
They know themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, the place looks like it's
disorganized.
It looks unregulated.
But everybody knows their corner.
Everybody knows his corner.
There's a structure.
There's a structure.
In fact, there are kings and queens in those markets.
Exactly. So Guta knows that the problem is beyond the foreigners that you are attacking.
Okay.
The foreigner is also looking to make an end meet.
Right.
And there's a local who is also looking to make an end meet. So the two ends will meet. And the interests will now advocate for each other. At the end of the day, the local will then front. So if you go into the shop and say you are closing down shops, yesterday they closed down like 50 or so shops. If you say you are closing down shops, at the end of the day, it's really not the foreigners you are fighting. You are fighting your own people. So what is the problem? How do we get foreigners to register their businesses? Then we turn around and say we are closing their shops. At the time that, is there any inspection, for instance? If a Sierra Leonean goes to register his business, at the point of registration to the point of establishment of the business, is there any state structure that monitors and ensures that the business is set up in accordance with the terms of the registration?
No.
So we can't turn around and blame them.
Right.
It's the same conversation we've been having about Galamsey. The Chinaman doesn't know where your gold is.
You lead him.
You
there.
will lead him.
He doesn't know the way to
which
everyone
forest
in
is
No,
where.
you lead
You
him
will
there.
lead him. He doesn't know where Ebrim is, River Pra is. You will lead him there. So we always have to come back to ourselves and ask about this one how.
Now, gentlemen, yesterday after speaking with the PRO of the Abossey Okai spare parts dealers, he says that this was supposed to be a peaceful exercise. The ultimatum expires tomorrow, September 10th. But as we do know, tensions have erupted. Let's take a listen to what transpired yesterday. It's a report with George Quainin, our man on the beat.
But he knows it's never a peaceful exercise. This is not the first time
This is
we are
not
doing this.
look.
That's
and
right.
it's never a peaceful
Helen,
exercise.
That was the initial commentary, but let's
Helen,
take a listen to what has happened.
hold on
Yes.
for a second.
Yes.
The AMA goes to take money from these people.
Okay.
If you know they are doing what is wrong, why do you take their money to give them legitimacy? Play the video.
Take a listen.
To close our shop.
This shop belongs to my wife. You can go and check. You can go and check. You don't have to force. I will not do. Don't worry, I will show you now.
Chinedu Victor, a Nigerian, would not budge. He claims the shop belongs to his wife, who is a Ghanaian. This exercise is purely a form of intimidation, he emphasized.
According to leadership of the association, 90% of the foreigners are complying, but there were some few altercations like this one, but they were able to surmount it.
Everybody's complying. We've had about 2 or 3 issues, difficulties for them to close our shops, but now they've closed the shop, so we are not having any problems now. We've asked them to bring their documents to our executive office so we can do our checks with the registrar's office and the internal revenues to make sure the Ghanaians are not fronting for them.
It's nothing like stubborn. This is what they call intimidation. And I will never accept intimidation in this country. There is nothing like stubborn. The shop belongs to my wife. What they are doing is illegal work. Because if you want to do legal work, you go to Register General, check all the shop, and you know who owns the shop. Even before you intervene, you know who owns the shop. You don't barge into people's privacy and start to.
But I'm aware that you are giving notice to close your
Notice
shop.
of what? To close the Nigerian shop. But this is Nigeria. No, this is not Nigerian shop. Do you expect me to close Ghanaian shop because they say Nigerians should close their shop?
Why are you trying to be stubborn?
I'm not stubborn.
Yeah, listen to me. I said close it. That's it.
It was a heated exchange of words from one shop to the other in the association's bid to enforce GIPC Act 865, specifically Section 27, Clause 1, which limits petty trading to citizens. In the case of foreigners, they are allowed to engage in wholesale. Leadership of the association was supported by some personnel from the national security. Key points of contention include unfair competition, lack of enforcement, and protection of local enterprises.
There's actually this debate that the Nigerian retailers do better in the retail space than their Ghanaian counterparts. And Ghanaian can be selling this for 100 cedis, and the Nigerian will actually sell this same thing for 20 Ghana cedis. And the director of communications, Techi Ado, breaks this down and explains why things are like this.
Nigerians and Ghanaians will go to the same market, will buy the same thing. But mind you, from Nigeria, from overseas to Nigeria at the port, the percentage is 15%. Then they will use cargo through Togo, through Benin to Togo to Ghana. They spend 3%. It makes 18%. But when you go to the port, our port, the percentage is 55%. Interest rate in Nigeria, less than 20%. Ghana is 30 to 40%. Cote d'Ivoire is 7.5%. So clearly, these people, we cannot compete with them.
This Nigeria, they make market are very simple for us. Ghanaian, they bought it, they put a higher price. So what the issue now they are doing is not a bad. We need to see them, to talk to them. What the Nigerians, they are not doing bad thing. You Ghana man, you buy 10 cedi, you put 10 cedi top. Nigerian man, you get 1 cedi, you have shared forward.
This exercise, the association emphasizes, is not against foreign investment, but rather to ensure compliance with Ghana's laws regulating trade and commerce. George Queenin, TV3 News, Abossey Okai, Accra.
All right, so there you have it. The exercise has begun. That ultimatum expires tomorrow, September the 10th. Mr. Ado of the Abossey Okai Spare Parts Association says they've identified almost 200 shops that belong to foreigners, and in particular Nigerians.
Why does it always look like Nigerians are targeted? It's another thing we should watch.
Look, I grew up in Abossey Okai. They are there.
No, they are there.
They have always been there.
Yes, they are there.
They will always be there.
The exercise, like I said, this is not the first time we are seeing this exercise. And it's always as if Nigerians are the
Charlie,
or is it because they are...
When the Togo people come here, they do kekle. You know kekle? Plantain chips, kekle, and all those that. They don't come and bury themselves with spare parts and things on phones.
Because money did the spare parts.
Because you eat kekle every day. So they focus and target you. But the Nigerians, when they come, they own the quick cash, say shock absorber. Hello, why shock absorber?
If it appears the focus is on Nigerians in Ghana, then the conversation
I think they blow it out of proportion. Because if you listen to the gentleman in the video, if he has a legitimate case to say that, look, the shop belongs to my wife, but the way he was going about it,
says they are doing illegal work.
Thank you.
Illegal work.
What is illegal work? They are enforcing the law. What is illegal work?
Because the shop belongs to his wife.
Finally, gentlemen, before I let you get up from the hot seat, let's take a quick listen to the CEO of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, Mr. Simon Maji. Take a listen.
The manner in which the law is being enforced by citizens raises questions, because the enforcement of the law is not entirely in the hands of citizens. I think that's what I'm trying to draw all of us attention to, because there are processes and procedures involved in enforcement of this session. And enforcement is also not entirely that of GIPC. There are several agencies that are involved. There's immigration involved, there's the Office of Register of Companies involved. And so that's how come there's a task force at the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry to deal with this matter. I had the opportunity of meeting with the executives of Guta on Friday, and I even went into the market to verify some of the things that they have said. What I can say is that we need to find a common ground. People are trading, and the law says that these are some of the areas reserved for citizens of Ghana. Determination of who is a citizen or not is entirely that by Ghana Immigration Service and the laws of this country. And so we must all tread cautiously, so as not to create fear and panic and on issues like this, issues that we can easily judge and find a common solution to. And so I would rather urge calm at this time. We've been to the market. We want to understand what's happening so that we can take the right actions to protect the interests of everybody across and everybody working in this country. Well, in my meeting with Guta, I did raise with them that we've conducted this exercise the same way over a very long period of time, and we seem not to be getting the right results. The Honorable Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry is indeed very committed to finding solutions to this. And she's been working day and night for us to look for new and creative ways to solve this problem without always emerging on this confrontational plate where it appears that we are at loggerheads with others that are trading in our market spaces. But I think that fundamentally and globally, everybody accepts that there are
3FM 92.7
that are reserved for
Urban
citizens
Lifestyle
of every
Radio
country.
Station.
Ours include, selling in the marketplaces, whether it's a service in the marketplace or selling in stores or hawking, or any of those ones are exclusively reserved for Ghanaians. So it's just a position of the law.
Right.
The point now is how do we enforce this without creating the kind of tensions that we are witnessing lately, and how do we engage with all of the players, including GUTA, stakeholders, the district assemblies especially, because they manage these marketplaces, so that we are able to really lay bare what ought to be and what not ought to be for us to move forward as a country. So this is where we are.
Well, this is where we are. We keep a firm eye out on this evolving matter. Again, that ultimatum expires September 10th, 2025. That's tomorrow, Wednesday. But now we're getting into Womanpreneur Time Check. It is some 28 minutes to the top of the hour, 10 a.m.